One of the executives at Disney called me the next morning. He said, if this were a feature film, you just directed a $280 million opening night. It's pretty phenomenal. Because it's 42 million people, so it's about $7 a pop. That's how they judge movies. $280 million opening night.
Michael and a couple of people from within the Walt Disney Company called and were thrilled because ABC at the time was just, as it continues to do now, was doing very poorly in the ratings and needed some good news. And this was a piece of good news.
You know, the next day, basically, I got a call saying, hey, we did great. Here's a bottle of wine. You're welcome.
The HRC spokesperson job came about because of the reaction I was getting from the Diane Sawyer interview. People were stopping me on the street and in stores and wanting to tell me their stories with their gay sons and daughters, or the sons and daughters, you know, saying, I wish my mom would be like you are. And so when we saw that, Ellen's the one who said, you know, maybe you could help in some way.
My mother always was interested in show business, but she wanted to act. And I remember sitting in my house with Anne and listening to my mother talk about getting an agent and that she wanted to go out and audition for commercials. And, you know, we're like, you know, people responded because of you, not because you are playing a character. And they like you. Why don't you do something more important with your life than other than acting? Acting is so, you know, why do you want to do that? You know, you want to sell cereal? That's fulfilling.
Ellen's mother calls me and says, hello, I'm Betty DeGeneres, and I'm wondering if there's anything I could do to help. And I just thought, oh my God, I think there's a couple of things you could do.
Hello, my name is Betty DeGeneres, and my kid is the greatest. You know her. She's Ellen, and she's gay.
I didn't get into this to debate. I'm not an expert. I'm just a mother, and I love, love, love my daughter to pieces, my daughters now, just as I love my son, the same way. And I cannot imagine rejecting your child. I cannot imagine that. Those parents miss out on so much love and so much joy. And I'm getting my message out, and I think it's helping a little.
I had said all along that I didn't want it to be, you know, focused on, you know, being too gay, and that was still my fear and my internal homophobia of I don't want to be the gay girl. So I think I started going through a transformation about what was important and realizing what's wrong if the show is focused on being gay instead of just coming out and then going back to being, you know, a normal person.
Once you kind of say, you know, I mean, I'm a lesbian, it's a big elephant in the room, and it's really hard to just have tea and have a conversation about something else. But I thought the great promise of the show was in bringing people who were straight and people who were gay together to a common point of view. That I think that that's what that episode did, and I think some of that has been squandered over the last year.
We come back with amazing writers, every episode I'm proud of, and yet it was not promoted at all. So the numbers dropped off, which makes a large part of the country very happy because the conservative right is saying, how dare you think you're going to be successful in being a gay woman and having this on television.
How many times can you portray two lesbians showing affection? People don't want that, and I think that's what you have. Why the ratings have dropped. They compromised by having the little warning label on the show.
This program contains adult content. Parental discretion is advised.
Well, that won't do it. It wasn't a Band-Aid approach. It was major surgery. You just needed to take the show off the air.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess I should stop being shocked by people attacking me. It seems like I kind of get used to it, but it still hurts. She's a friend, you know. Yeah, that was that article hurt. What is too gay? What does that mean? Does anybody attack a show for being too heterosexual?
Ellen is so gay it's excluding a large part of our society. A lot of the stuff on it is somewhat of an inside joke. It's one thing to have a gay lead character, still another when every episode deals with pretty specific gay issues. Right. Were you out of context?
I was totally out of context.
She said it was all taken out of context, and, you know, maybe it was, but still some of those things that were said were shocking. I've tried to keep the sense of humor in the shows. They didn't stop being funny. It's just now it's dealing with a subject matter that everybody's saying, okay, enough already. It's not enough already, clearly. If it was enough already, we wouldn't have the crime that we have, the hate crimes. We wouldn't have the suicides. We wouldn't have, you know, gay bashing. It's not enough already. It's not nearly enough.
And we cut!
Is everybody here right now? Because I'd like to say something. Wow, what a way for me to say goodbye, like this. I can't thank you all enough for being so wonderful, and everybody that comes on the set says how wonderful everybody is. You've been an amazing crew. I think we've all worked together so well and so fast, and it's so cohesive now. It's just been such a family. And you've dealt with probably stuff that you don't deserve to deal with because of my views and because of what I've decided to do with my life. You've all been part of this very controversial show, and I'm sure you get a lot of shit from a lot of people you know, and the fact that you've stayed on board no matter what your beliefs are, the fact that you've supported me through all of this means a whole lot to me. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful run. And thank you, just thank you so much for being such good people. We'll all go on, and hopefully we'll all work together in some capacity in some other place. And but thanks so much. I may not get the financial rewards that I should have and that I deserved. I may not have gotten that, and I may not have gotten support, and I may not have gotten the ratings that I would have liked to have gotten because they didn't promote the show. But what I did get is to do my art. I did get to do what I do.
And you did get to change the world.
And
even though they would have never wanted it to have happened, she got to change the world.
Yeah, that too.
And that.
And that happened too. I was crying hysterically, and I'm walking off in that ridiculous outfit through the door that I usually run through every Friday night when the audience is going, you know, like, goodbye, and I'm walking through to silence. I thought that's kind of like the closing shot for you. Was this funny enough for you?
Okay, so everybody's thinking you guys are at home, well, not swinging for the chandeliers. What do you do?
Ow, 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 ow. What is that? Oh, no. Oh, honey. Oh. This is the third chandelier this week. I know.